Hi, I'm Lexi, and you're listening to LUCK It With Lexi. My podcast focuses on people who are working extremely hard and doing extraordinary things. Today, my guest is Freddie Bartlett. Freddie is an up-and-coming motocross racer who's working his way through the MXGP development system, the same path that produced riders like Jett and Hunter Lawrence. He's lived between Sweden and the UK and raced all across Europe, and this past summer made waves in the US scene. In 2022, he won the Coupe de l'Avenir and competed in the MXGP EMX 125 and now has made his jump to the 250 class. So, Freddie, thank you and welcome to Luck It With Lexi.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're going to start with kind of your origin. So, how old were you when you first got on a bike?
Well, the first time was with my dad because I was born in Sweden so when I was 3, I was on a bike the first time. Then we moved to England, the UK, and that's where I started racing, on 50 cc's. And I was probably 3, 4. Yeah.
That's fun. So, when did this kind of go from, oh, this is fun to this could be my life?
Probably, I mean, my dad used to race and he was still racing. So he just bought me a bike and said, just have fun. And probably when I was 5, he said, oh, because everyone around him was saying, oh, he can be quite good. And he just said, it's too expensive. There's no point of keeping on going. But then I was 6 and I started winning like the British Championships, and then when I was 7, I won the World Championships on 50 cc. So
Wow.
then, that's when he, kind of turned it around and said, "Let's do this."
That's super cool. So, did you play any other sports growing up or is it just motocross?
No, I tried, my dad tried. He tried to get me into something else cheaper, but I mean, yeah, we we decided to start riding motocross and have kept doing it.
Mm-hmm. So, with your Swedish background, are you a hockey fan at all?
No, not really.
No.
I mean, we're not really very Swedish if
Mm-hmm.
you ask a Swedish person, because Swedish people they like hockey, football, but like motocross is nothing in Sweden. So that's why it's hard for us with sponsors and
Mm-hmm.
try and get help, because no one really knows what it is.
We asked that because here in northern Michigan, like hockey is like life up here. Like everywhere else, they're kind of like they like football, but like up here, like hockey is big.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I used
so
to play hockey
you
on,
did?
on on our lake. Yeah, they'd like make a little ring, like
Mm-hmm.
take away the snow off the lake, and then we'd play hockey. But only
Yeah, I'm
did
a
it a
figure
couple
skater,
times.
so we do that out on our lake. We
Yeah,
shovel it
cool.
off. Yeah.
Instead of
So
playing
you've
hockey on the lake, I rode motocross. Yeah, sorry. So I
that's
used to
so
ride
fun.
motocross on the lake. When my sister used to do figure skating on the lake, but then I'd be riding motocross and she'd be on the skate.
She'd be like, "Get off."
Yeah, yeah.
So you've lived between Sweden and the UK. What's the biggest culture difference?
I don't really. The Swedish people are quite timid. They don't like socializing, but Brits are like, they're not scared to talk to you. But in Sweden, it's hard to make friends.
Mm-hmm. So what do you love most about each country?
I don't. England's just like the UK's, because everyone's so nice and helpful. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, Sweden's quite good because of the motocross tracks. There's a lot of motocross tracks, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So what was the hardest part about moving between countries so young?
I don't. I didn't really find it a problem, because I moved from Sweden when I was 3, and then we moved back to Sweden when I was 7.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I didn't really miss anything.
Yeah.
But now I realize, like, England. England was probably the better place.
Better.
Yeah.
So how is European motocross different from the US scene?
In Europe, it's a lot more serious. I mean, yeah. And the problem is with Europe is like when you do a European Championship, it's like there's so many riders, but everyone talks different languages. So you can be racing someone and they might not be able to talk English, and then you're kind of lost. Yeah, probably languages is the difference. Yeah,
Yeah. So is the training culture different in Europe versus America?
yeah, big time. In Europe, we especially like Scandinavians, we just ride whatever. Like
Hmm.
we ride on the lake the whole winter, and then get to the first European Championship race in like I don't know 35 degrees Celsius. So yeah, quite hot. And then we'd come from -20, so like -5 Fahrenheit, and you got 100 degree, 50 degrees difference. So
Yeah.
that was hard. Yeah.
Who do you think develops riders better right now, Europe or the US?
That's a hard one because in America they just ride and ride and ride and ride, but over here we have weather. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
of course in America you do, but all the good riders are in Florida, California,
Yep.
Georgia. Yeah, for us, we don't have training facilities or anything. So even if you're a lot of people go down and live in Spain, but you still have days that you can't ride.
Yeah. So now we're gonna kind of talk about like your favorite. So like, what's your favorite track you've raced in Europe?
In Europe, it will probably be Velike Uherse, a track in Slovakia. Yeah,
Mm.
it's not really a big track. Like you'd never have heard of it because it's just a random track. But we raced a European Championship on 85 there.
Mm.
So
So if you have a dream track, do you have a dream track anywhere in the world that you want to race like super bad?
yeah, probably like Iron Man or Red Bud, some American track
We
where
love Red Bud here. Red Bud is the
yeah,
best.
yeah.
Who is your favorite MXGP rider right now?
I don't really know. The problem is like when you know all of them, you
Mm-hmm.
can't really say who your favorite rider is.
Yeah.
But I don't really know.
Do you have a
Yeah,
favorite
probably
US
Hurlin.
rider? What'd you say?
Yeah, probably Hurlins. He's a cool guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, in America, Max Anstey probably.
Mac
He's not
Anstey.
American, but I want him to win. He's a
Mm-hmm.
good guy as well.
Mm-hmm. So was this year your first time racing in the US?
Yeah, yeah. This year was the first time.
Which tracks did you ride here?
Well, I rode at Club MX, like practiced at Club MX with
Mm-hmm.
Freddie Noren and that lot. And then I went to Budds Creek and did the Loretta's area qualifiers
Mm-hmm.
and Muddy Creek the week after.
Super fun.
So
What surprised you most about American racing?
how chilled it was. Like everyone's so nice and friendly. And I mean, yeah, there's not really a structure. Like
Mm-hmm.
you just get called up, listen to a radio channel and get called up to your
Yeah.
race. Like in Europe, it's just like practice 8 o'clock, qualifying 9, and then the race is everything's scheduled. But in America,
Mm-hmm.
I guess if you're pro level in America, it's different. But
Yeah.
it's like that. It's like that from day one in Europe. So yeah,
Yeah, that'd probably be more organized.
Yeah,
So,
for
if you
sure.
had to choose right now, would you rather do US racing or World GPs?
America, yeah, 100%.
So, when you watched Motocross of Nations, what team do you cheer for?
I don't know. I don't really. I mean, it's between. I mean, yeah, Great Britain,
Hmm.
because I know all the people there, and then I know everyone in Sweden as well. So both of them, I guess. But normally Britain beats Sweden, so it ends up being
Hmm.
Britain.
Yeah. So, what does a real training week look like for you?
In the summer, we ride Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, Sunday. But now we only ride weekends because it gets dark at like 2 o'clock.
Hmm.
So that's a struggle. But we're in the gym pretty much every day. So yeah,
So, how many hours do you spend training off the bike, would you say?
probably. I mean, now sometimes I go 2 times a day, sometimes 1 time a day. So
Hmm.
it differs, but basically every day except from Saturday, Sunday, uh, a couple hours every day.
Okay. So, how much time to put on the bike do you just do motos, or do you break up the time in between like other areas to improve?
I mean, we've always been pretty chilled. It's basically only been my dad and me.
Hmm.
So he just says go out and have fun, and that's basically what we've done the whole time. And yeah, basic. And sometimes you do motos, and then sometimes he'll take like lap times. That's
Hmm.
literally 2 weekends before the races, though. So I mean, we're not that strict, but it could be good to
Hmm.
have someone involved to make it a bit stricter.
Yeah. So, what do fans like never see about the grind behind the racing, like getting that good?
Well, for us, it's basically yeah. You don't people don't see how hard it is to come from Sweden to
Hmm.
because and especially like money wise, it costs us probably double the amount for us to go race in Europe than it does for the average person living in like Belgium or the
Hmm.
Italians. So and then yeah, so basically money now, especially how the sport's going. Yeah, you can't really get anywhere without having a bag of gold.
That is
Yeah.
true. So, are there any riders you study for technique or style?
I think everyone would say Jett Lawrence. So everyone, I mean, I look at Jett Lawrence and go, "That's how I want to ride."
Hmm.
So yeah, and even Kada Wolf, and yeah, Kada Wolf's got a nice style. So
Hmm.
yeah,
Do you ever feel like pressure riding, or is it just kind of like fun, go with the flow?
yeah. I don't really feel pressure, especially not from like my dad, my mum and dad. They just say go out and have fun, do your
Hmm.
best. But I mean, when you're on teams, big teams, like when I was riding for factory KTM, I mean, you have to do well.
Yeah.
You can't slack.
Well, at least that's good. That doesn't
Yeah,
make you, yeah, because pressure can make you not like a sport anymore.
no, no.
So, what motivates you more, winning or becoming great?
I don't know. For me, I just wanna win because I ain't really. Yeah, I've always been thereabouts, but never like winning. I mean, uh, because I've never raced like national championships. The last time I raced national championships, like Swedish championship, was 2022 on 85s, and then I won every race I did. But then we were basically only in Europe, so
Hmm.
I missed a couple rounds. But yeah, winning. Yeah.
So, I didn't realize you were on a factory team. Kind of talk to us about that and how that experience was like.
yeah, it was pretty cool. It was always a dream to ride factory KTM for me, but it also came with problems because I they released a new model of so the 125s were injection, so fuel injection instead of
Hmm.
carbs, and I was basically the crash test dummy for them, and I was the test rider. So they wanted to have like a cold weather test rider, so I'd have bikes and get paid for testing their bikes. So I was on the 2025 bike in 2022, so that was pretty cool.
Oh, wow.
But hmm, yeah, but it was a struggle because yeah, new things don't always yeah come out very good. So
Yeah.
that was
Now we're going to talk about your Loretta Lynn's. So at Loretta Lynn's area qualifier, you won every B class moto, and people say you caught and passed the A class from a staggered start. Did you even realize what was happening while you were riding, or were you just kind of going?
well. I was on the start gate, and I didn't even know you had two gate drops in yeah America. So
Hmm.
yeah, I just I didn't realize that, and then someone told me just before. So yeah, I was the second gate drop, but I caught up with the A riders quite quick, so that was quite good. Yeah.
So why didn't you end up racing the full Loretta Lynn series after that?
Well, for me, I had a contract in Europe as well,
Hmm.
so we went over to do the qualifiers and just like get your feet a bit wet, so you know what to expect.
Hmm.
So we went and did that, and then before regionals, I hurt my leg anyway, so that was a bummer. But yeah, I mean, Loretta's is the goal for the future, or just go pro. I don't know yet, but whatever comes out of it.
So what is your biggest motocross accomplishment to this point?
Probably getting to ride in America for me. I mean, that's probably what every European kid would say. Uh,
Hmm.
Otherwise, yeah, it's probably world winning, becoming world champion on 50s, and then being like top three in the world 85s. So that was cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
impressive. So now we're going to kind of talk about like adversities you faced. So have you ever had any really serious injuries?
End of 2024, I broke my neck and back at the same time, so that wasn't very good. Uh, but I didn't get any nerve damage, so I didn't need surgery or anything.
Hmm.
It was just clean, like recovery, so that was quite good.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
yeah, not good about the crash though. No.
so have you ever been like close to quitting or have you always just loved it?
I think for us as a family, it's almost been every year since like I mean, if you don't have people involved, like now I've had factory ride offers, but in Europe you have to pay at least yeah $70,000 to ride for a factory team. So
Wow.
I mean now that's just money. So luckily, I got a good group around me, so I'm going to go race MX1 in the UK.
Yeah.
But
S-
yeah,
So what's the hardest part about chasing this professionally?
uh, just getting in the right places at the right time, and with people that keep their promises is hard to find for me, especially the last couple of years. So that just kind of ruins it a little bit. And
Yeah.
when you're spending so much money and time trying to do something, and then yeah, it doesn't happen. It's just a struggle. But yeah,
Hmm. So would you say it's harder physically or mentally?
uh, for me, physically, it's never been a problem, but like mentally, it's a hard sport, especially for me being being in Sweden. like no, not knowing if you can make it to the races, and like we were uh, last year, like every year, you've always been like thinking, what shall I do? Shall I go and race in England? Shall I keep doing it in Europe? Shall I try and get
Mm-hmm.
to America? And so, like now, literally, last week we found out we decided what we were doing this season. So it's like the end. If I would have, yeah, if you would ask me the end of last year, I probably would say I wouldn't be riding. But yeah, we always figure it out as a family
That's
to
awesome.
just try and keep going.
Mm-hmm. So, how
Yeah.
hard is it to get noticed by teams and sponsors?
Uh, for me, 85's 2022. That's kind of where you make it or break it in Europe, the 85 class. And uh, I had a factory KTM ride lined up like almost halfway through the season, but then we met a guy in Sweden, an Austrian guy, who was on holiday because his wife was Swedish, and he at the track he just phoned up factory KTM, Pit Beer, and Red Bull. So that, yeah, he helped it a lot. So that's
Wow.
basically uh, why we got factory KTM offer. But yeah, and I was too young to get Red Bull support.
So, what does a sponsor actually look like for a young rider?
Uh, for us, I mean, it really helps because for us to just get like into Europe, or we're in Europe, but from Scandinavia into where the motocross of Europe is, it costs at least $2,000 or
Mm-hmm.
whatever just to get to North Germany. And yeah, when we went to Sardinia, it was I think it took us almost 3 days to get there.
Wow.
So it's just yeah, every sponsor, a little bit of diesel helps. But as I said, in Sweden, it's hard because motocross isn't a recognised sport.
Mm-hmm. So, how important is social media for like your career today?
Well, for me, it's that's probably been the main help because when I was on 50 cc's, my dad was pretty on it.
Mm-hmm.
He still loves social media, posting and all that. So, and he had people around, oh, stop posting stuff, and it's not worth it. But it ended up helping a lot for us because that's where, yeah, sponsors get shown, and that's where, yeah, they want to be.
Yep. So, what advice would you give riders who are trying to get exposure like that?
Yeah, probably. I mean, just talking to people is the best way of trying to get support because it's always easier to go up to someone face to face than they send them a message. So, I mean, yeah, if you're with the right people, you gotta yeah, go and talk to them.
Exactly. Yeah. So, what is your main goal for like the next 2 years in motocross?
Uh, yeah, the future's always been a little unclear for us because we just go with the flow. So for
Mm-hmm.
me this year, Uh, I'm going 450 because it's cheaper for us.
Wow.
And to do, I mean, a race bike 250 costs probably 25,000. $25,000. So yeah, it's hard to do it privateer, and yeah, we ain't got the money to pay into a team. So yeah, that's kind of why we're doing it privateer, and yeah, it's just easier for us.
All
So
right.
quite.
So, if you could ride for any team, who would it be and why?
Uh, Probably Star Racing, something like that. Good bikes, that's the main thing. And then good structure, training, and yeah, people around them.
Yep. So, do you see yourself racing in the US, Europe, or both long term?
I mean, for us, I think we're basically fed up with Europe because we can't really get further than we are now, because with the money, like paying 70,000 into a team, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
now when you're at 250s and almost at the top, you still have to be paying that amount of money to actually, yeah, to be a factory rider.
Mm-hmm.
So, in America, I mean, yeah, you can actually make money, because here in Europe, no one makes money. I mean,
Yeah.
probably top five MXGP make money. The rest are just spending. So America is definitely the place where I want to be.
So, what is the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
Uh, Probably from when I was on two strokes, my pipe builder, PPS. His dad used to do spec pipes, and he was good friends with Mitch Payton, and he always said to us, yeah, do it privateer for as long as you can, if you can. And but that was basically, we were always privateer until factory KTM, and then that's where it went downhill. So it went downhill, like the more help and the bigger people I had around me. Yeah, it basically just got harder, and now we're going back, but with ourselves, with the good people we had around us to do it privateer. So that's what we're gonna do.
Awesome. So, what does success actually mean to you?
Making my mum and dad happy or proud.
That's so sweet. Now we're going to do the fun, like closing questions. Do you have go to comfort food?
Probably, yeah, British pub food. Like that's the best. Like a gammon. Do you have gammon in America?
No, I don't even
No,
know what that is.
no, it's like a big piece of ham almost. It's British, yeah. It's good.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
What's your favorite movie?
Uh, I probably say I like watching war movies, like World War Two, and I think it's called 1917 or something. They're pretty good, and yeah, that's basically the only movies I've watched. I don't really watch a lot of movies.
I don't either. I don't really watch movies either.
No,
Do you prefer the beach or the snow?
the beach. Yeah, I hate snow. That's why I'm
Yeah.
going to England, just
Does
to get
anyone
away.
really like the snow though?
It's okay for a couple of weeks if you're on holiday, but like for us, especially like as soon as you start trying to do something like working or riding motocross, it's just hard work. I'd rather have have sun and warm weather.
So, F1 or MotoGP?
I think I'm probably more into F1. It's it's more fun to watch. MotoGP is I don't really know any of the riders, but Formula One is easier to keep track on.
Yeah. I feel like it's gotten like really popular this year.
Yeah, yeah.
What is one thing people would be shocked to know about you?
Uh, probably that a lot of people think, like, because I grew up in England, so people really don't think that I was born in Sweden. Like when
Mm-hmm.
you talk to an English person, they always think, "Oh, you started riding here when you were three. We saw you at the tracks when you were three. You must have been born in England." But no, I was born in Sweden.
Well, those were all the questions we have for you. Thank you so much for being here. And if you know anyone in your community who's doing awesome things, DM us at Luck Unlimited Apparel on Instagram. Thank you for listening to Luck It with Lexi.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.